Sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
We have a controversial problem. Welcome to World Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, World Cool. Today we are looking at the figure that tore up Marvel Legends collectors. It is the Maximum Spider-Man. I have it here. I didn't really have any qualms about purchasing it besides the price. Everything else looked good. I just thought beforehand this was a $40 figure. No more, no less. Well, I guess like I said, maybe possibly 35, 37. But I thought 40 would have been fair. They charge 50. I'm going to go over this first, and then we'll see at the end if I feel like it was warranted. We will start first with just some of the accessories, and they do give you a lot of accessories. The web shield is very nice in hand. I do like how durable it is. Then he has this nice little piece right here, like a web that he can shoot out. And there is a clip that can go in. And then once you stick that in, you can put it on a nice, handy dandy stand that is pretty cheaply made. Not gonna lie about that. The web effect itself is nice. Then he has this big web glob, or whatever you call it. I've never seen him use anything this big. So yeah, everybody's making fun of that, rightfully so. It has a peg there too that you can't really see. Let's get some lights so you guys can hopefully see this extra peg in there. No, that did not make it better. And that's all for the web effects. He then has an assortment of hands. Got 2 web effect hands, which is nice. Never seen that before. So far, all these effects here are all brand new. Never seen those. So that's nice to have. He's got this effect, which is the spider sense. I do like that. All right. Although it looks like a tiara at times, but it is a nice effect to have. Speaking of hands, that's not it. He also has more hands. You see, I have 2 fisted hands on him right now, but he also has 2 open hands for grasping webs to swing on, I'm guessing. Then he has 2 wall crawling hands. If he didn't have these, it would have been a problem. And he's got 2 flipping hands, both with different modes. So that is nice. And we're not done yet. He still has more. He has these 2 hands, and these hands are unique because they go on his forearm. You pull it off. Sorry, I can't really do it on camera greatly. I don't like pulling it off because it feels rough. And then you put it on like so. Now, I will never use these again because they are too big in my opinion. As all the other collectors have said the same thing. It's way too big. That's too wide. So I don't really dig that much at all, to be honest with you. Taking that back off. Now you put on again. You put back on the arm. There we go. And again, it just slots off where the red's at. Has a nice swivel. And then we'll talk about the last accessory, which are the 2 heads. This is the part that I really don't really dig. If you can see, there's barely a difference at all. One eye is squinting, the other eye is the same. I don't understand that. That was a waste. Then the other one is this head here, which still in person looks derpy. I don't like this head at all. I will probably never use this head on this Peter Parker. I will stick with my old head here that you are seeing. I think I have another one like this too, so I'll have a look. So that's what we have for Maximum Spider-Man, besides the 2 web effects that are in my lap that I just forgot about. These 2 long, nice webs. So these are different from the webs we've had in the past, especially considering you have this little loop there. So that's nice. Now, here's my problem, okay? For the price, that's a good assortment, but two of them were kind of failures. They previously in the past made these webs right here that can go over the mouth or the face like this. Why did we not get this when you already have the mold for it to complete the maximum effect? If this is the maximum Spider-Man, why do we not have this effect? In conjunction, they had this one in the past. That's another web. Why don't we have this one? If this is the maximum Spider-Man, the end-all be-all, they could have added that. Another one, not the same pattern. This one is larger. This could have been something else they could have used as well in the pack. I don't fault them for not including this one with the little hook thing there because it's kind of weird. I do like the new ones anyway better, but that is something they could have included, but I won't really lose sleep over that one. The last one I will lose sleep over, this one right here. Again, this is supposed to be the maximum Spider-Man, and we are missing an accessory like this. And what makes this one really cool is you could have looped this in here like that, and then it looks like it's pulling, or he's pulling Spider-Man or villains. That would have been nice. We did not get that. And for that price tag, I believe we should have. If it's the maximum Spider-Man, why does he not come up with all of his effects that they already have? So that's my problem. I do have another Peter Parker head, as you can see, and I like both of these guys, so I'll be using one of these on my shelf. But yeah, that's where I'm at. This head right here is worse than the older head, and it's worse than the newer head. So yeah, that's a problem for me. Before we get into if I think that we're getting a good figure here, let's just take a look at the Spider-Man. As far as his articulation, I'm not going to say too much, but as far as articulation wise, he is the best. There is no qualms about it. This guy can do T-poses, slightly above T-pose, to be honest with you. He is very flexible. I mean, I'm not doing that with any of my Spider-Man figures. He still can't do the splits, which is crazy that my guy right here can do the splits better than him. That is just a fact. So they still lack that, even with the joints able to extend, or the legs able to extend. That's shocking. He can't get his arms down to the side, which is really nice. He has nice flexibility in the shoulders. I mean, really nice. I mean, the guy can really pose when you want him to. The one thing that makes me nervous is lately, a lot of these Marvel Legends figures feel like at this joint right here, they feel more loose here. And I don't like that feeling. It feels like when I bend them a little bit, it feels like they almost want to pop off. And I don't know what to really do about that. I like the colors with this guy. I don't like when I flex them that this part comes up, but it is what it is. So yeah, overall, is this the best articulated Spider-Man that I have in my collection? I can say easy without a shadow of a doubt he is. I mean, the guy can just do, if I can think it, the man can do it. I mean, the toe joints, everything feels good in hand. He feels like the same plastic, a little gummy in areas, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt, he is the best Spider-Man that Marvel Legends has done. And I'll just show you guys a couple comparisons so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The previous best one was like that Pizza Buck Spidey. This is not the Pizza Buck Spidey, it's per se. It's the armored one that was Toys R Us exclusive. I couldn't find my the previous one, so I just went with this one. So you can kind of see this one does not really have his arms go down. The articulation is not as good. I like the colors a lot. The legs, joints warp, but he looks good. He looks kind of at least in the same thinness and everything, but this one is better. Next, we have the retro Spider-Man. This one has different colors. I always hated this face, only because I don't like the squinting eyes. I like the classic larger eyes. So that's my only bag with this one, which is why when they had the new one come out, which was the Renew Your Vows, I got that one. And the thing I didn't like about the new Vals as much was the shape of the head. Everything else was great on this figure. Toe articulation, pinless joints. It feels great in hand, and he's a bigger boy. So I like that. And you can see he's bigger than this guy here. But when it comes down to articulation, he's good, but he's still not beating the newer figure. So final opinion. I think this is the best Spider-Man we have. I do not think it warranted the price, but unless I see this thing on sale, which I don't, I think it's one of those that if you don't get it, you'll miss out. I'm sure eventually they'll bring something else out, but probably not for a while that's beating this one. I would comfortably say that they won't do another one that's better than this for probably about at least a year or two. All right, so if you can wait it out. Otherwise, this is what I think. Till next time, peace and Spidey grease.
Subscribe and like. Okay.